All right, I'm here at the Pueblo Public Library. I was dropped off by my friend Will. My friends Will and Grace were so cool as to let me stay at their house for I think 4 days in Denver. Had a really nice stay. Kind of became an indoor person again, and I'll have to get back on the bike, as they say. Got a new rack. Got some questions about it. Not sure if it's really the one. But the plan for today is to go from here. It's about 3:30 into a place just down the road 20 miles called Boone and sleep in their city park. I'm going to meet up with Ash and Becky tomorrow is the plan, and they're staying here tonight, but I just don't want to pay for a hotel. So I'm going to do a little cycling, get into a small town and stay in a park, and that's my plan for the afternoon. 7 miles out from Boone, just getting absolutely slapped by this wind. It's very hard to make progress out here, but I'm glad I'm taking a really short day today because this would be frustrating to do all day. I hope this isn't what Kansas is like the whole time. Bit of a windstorm going on here in Boone. My tent's really doing its best. Morning from Boone, Colorado. Sleep last night was okay. Pretty good considering how close I was to the train tracks. Probably no more than 100 yards from them. So a train came through every now and then and woke me up. But it's my second cup of coffee. The shopkeep here has been really nice and keeping me quite caffeinated this morning. Yeah, waiting for Becky and Ash to show up. They left a little while ago and gave me a call. So they're headed from Pueblo to here. They should be here in, I don't know, half an hour or so. And yeah, we're going to ride together. I think the plan is to go about 33 miles to the east to this place called Ordway. So that's the plan. Just going to make a little pack and probably spend a week or two riding together. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with Ash and Becky. They're really good people, and it's just really fun to ride with friends. It's going to be good to have some people to converse with through Kansas. The winds will be whatever they are, but I'm super happy to have friends to take this state on with. Yo! Welcome to my home in Boone, Colorado. All right, just headed out of Boone. Had a great hang with Ash and Becky over some bananas and coffee. Now we're on our way to Ordway. Just cruising along here. Easiest miles of the trip so far. If Kansas is like this the whole time, it's going to be a very nice time. Rolling into Ordway. All right, you guys already know Ash and Becky from previous episodes. But here we are in Ordway this morning. What did you guys think of the sleep here in Ordway?
Smells bad. Yeah, well, on first thoughts when we arrived at the park, it looked great. It had everything we wanted. And then during the night, we got woke up by a sheriff asking if we'd seen any kids doing, what was it? Donuts or something.
Yeah, there was some like rabble rousers driving their cars fast around here.
And shining the torch in our tent, and then they woke up by a horrible smell coming from what we think is a sewage plant over there. So that was gross, yeah. Other than that, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, disgusting smells, obnoxious sheriffs, but really soft grass.
Yeah, the grass was soft, yeah.
Yeah, so that's our review of Ordway. So today we're going to do almost 90 miles, and we're headed out to Sheridan Lake, and we're hoping to stay at a church over there. And if the weather is like this all day, it's going to be a beautiful ride.
Yeah. Wind's meant to be behind us this morning, so that should be good.
Yeah.
This will be my longest ever ride, so I'll report back later how I got on with that.
That's right. We'll do a post-ride review. Yeah. All right, that's our plan for the day. We're going to do it. Just cruising along some real flat. Got the crew behind me. It's gonna be like this for a while. I'm just loading up on cold sugary things here at the propane shop in Haswell. I think this is an almost necessary stop to continue into this headwind. It's been a little bit brutal out there. Arriving in Sheridan Lake. Plan is to stay here tonight. This last little bit of riding's been fun. We've been swapping poles about 3 miles each, and I think we're all quite happy to be here. All right, we arrived at this church. Looks like it's going to be a fun place to stay. Becky and Ash are currently wrapping up an extra half a mile so that Becky can hit her new all-time biking record of 90 miles. 90 whole miles. Good morning from Sheridan Lake. Last night we stayed at the Sheridan Lake Bible Church. It was a really, really pleasant stay. The pastor dropped by, instructed us to basically eat anything in the kitchen, and we did. Yeah, today we're planning on going to this place called Ness City. We've got a couple recommendations along the route for some coffee shops and bakeries, and we're all really looking forward to that. Should be about 75 miles today. Hopefully the wind is a little bit better than it was yesterday, but we've really worked out our kind of rotating drafting routine, which allows us to get through the wind if it shows up. So yeah, excited for today. Watched the sunrise this morning. It's just gorgeous out here. That might be one of my favorite things about this area, is just the vast flatness from which you can watch the sunrise. So I'm looking forward to doing that as we go through the rest of Colorado. We're going to cross the border in about 10 miles, by the way, and Kansas. So yeah, we're excited for a day of riding. About 13 miles in. We're just going for a morning coffee run. We got a tip that there's a really lovely coffee shop in the back of a hardware store, apparently. this place called Tribune, which I think we're about 18 miles from. Right now the wind's great. It's just a light wind from the south. Being in front's not bad. Got the crew, of course. And as usual, I'm staring at some grain tower like 10 miles in the distance. Kansas. Another new state. Flat in every direction. All right, we've been back at it for about the last 5 or 6 miles. The wind has picked up and it's pushing us pretty hard from the right side. So that's been a bit of a slog, but now we're kind of with it. Today is perfectly laid out though, so we get about 20, 25 miles in between these coffee shops and bakeries. So we're about 15 out from a really lovely Mennonite bakery. It's a good layout. And then after that, we'll only have 20 or so miles to get to our destination. It's a fun way to get through some miles. Just go from coffee shop to bakery to camp. All right, just rolled into the second stop of the day, which is Leota. I think it's spelled Leoti, but it's pronounced Leota, unsure. But we're looking now for the bakery. We've been told it's a really nice brick building that kind of doesn't fit in. But I'm seeing a lot of nice brick buildings around here, so this might be a little tricky. So our search for that bakery appears to be a bust so far. Although it just occurred to me that the person who gave us the instructions might have meant that it's actually past this town. So I'm gonna eat this like, I don't know, 1,000 calories and be ready to consume 1,000 more in baked goods if that's what it comes to. But yeah, just enjoying our lunch here in Leota. All right, it's time for snack check. What do we got, Becky?
I have a nice cold can of orange squeeze and a whole tub of potato salad that I'm going to eat.
All right, not bad. And how about you, Ash?
Potato salad tacos and a good 1.5 litres of chocolate milk. 2 litres. Not bad.
All right, pretty par for the course, honestly. Cruising between Leota and Scott City. It's my turn to pull this afternoon since Becky and Ash both took their kind of thirds of this trip. This is the view. It's not changed in 10 miles. Probably won't change the whole way. It's not a bad one though. Well, we found the bakery. Let's go eat 1,000 more calories. We have arrived in Scott City. This last little bit's been a bit harder. The wind's been kind of heavy, but we're all happy to be here. Gonna find a place to stay. Well, what did everybody think about today?
It's good.
Yeah,
Nice and easy.
it's good. I wouldn't say it was easy. The first 30 miles were good, wind behind us, nice coffee shop, nice iced coffee, that was good. Went a little bit downhill after that for me, but starting when we couldn't find the bakery, and then the wind was quite severe.
Yeah, I kind of liked the way that the day got broken up into 3 parts naturally by having these different places that we're going to. But yeah, the afternoon was a bit tough. I think the wind got to us a bit.
Yeah,
After
you
like 50
definitely
miles.
pulled the short straw, taking the last 29, 30 mile pull. But yeah, it was alright for me.
Tomorrow we can eat
Yeah, if you got the middle pull, things were good.
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, we're kind of it's really kind of fun to be experimenting with kind of like choosing who's in front when, and like kind of how that works in terms of who's using energy when. So
Yeah.
maybe,
At the end of Kansas, I think we might crack it.
Exactly. As soon as we're done with this weird, perfectly flat state, we'll be experts at it.
Yeah, we were just saying on the way to the gas station that this was one of the 7 wonders of America, how flat it is. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's one of the strangest experiences I've ever had on a bike, to be honest. I've never ridden anywhere like this.
Yeah, the driver's like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the driver's
Great
really good
drivers.
actually.
Drivers here are awesome. All right, well, we found this awesome place to stay for the night.
Yeah.
It's a park. It's got electricity. It's got bathrooms. It's got water.
Kids seem to have just gone home, so that's good.
The kids have gone home.
Yeah.
We're now drinking in the park. So
Mike's got good
Life
lemonade.
is good.
Mike's Hard Lemonade, yeah, new favorite. But yeah, we're gonna settle in, make dinner, and get ready to basically do exactly what we did today tomorrow. So that's the plan. Good morning from Scott City. We are doing about 60 something today. Instead of a tailwind-addled Century Fest here in Kansas, we're getting some pretty severe crosswinds. We're going to do out to 25 miles, probably drink some coffee, and then another 20 miles, and then a little bit after that is where we're going to stop. We're hoping to stay at somebody's house. It sounds like there are a couple options where we can call people up and just put up a tent in their yard. So that's the plan for today. We've only got 400 more miles of Kansas, so yeah, we'll chip away at it today. I don't know if you could get a more literal representation of riding a bike across the United States. Just a straight line, sun's in your face, corn on both sides. Very American. Rolling into Dighton. This is our morning coffee stop, about 25 miles in. So far the riding's been good. All right, we're fueling up here in Dighton. We just decided that we're only gonna go 30 something more miles because apparently there's an enormous storm coming in this afternoon that we don't really want to fight with. And we called their sheriff's department and they said they might have bathrooms with showers in their city park. So spirits are way up, I'd say. This is about the happiest we've been in Kansas so far. Kansas just keeps on giving. Well, now we have some drama on the plains. Ash has got a broken shifter cable, so swapping that out real quick while Becky and I just kind of take in the scenery and keep an eye out for that storm that's supposed to show up. So far, so good. We're 15 miles out from camp, and we keep just getting these slight left-hand corrections on the road. It just goes slightly to the left, and one of these days, we swear this wind is going to line up and we're going to get a tailwind. That would be such a great way to end this day. Well, nothing you could call a tailwind has really developed. I just went off the front though and pretending that I'm getting a tailwind. Tailwind's all in the mind. All right, we're all set up at the park here in Ness City. Got our tents put down and it looks like it's about to storm, so naturally we are headed to the bar. All right, good morning from Ness City. We're going to do about 65 into Great Bend today, where we're going to take a rest day. And yesterday night we took a look at Ash's shifter, and it is well and truly messed up. So he's going to single speed it in. He's taking off now, just going to get out of here on his own, basically. And myself and Becky will follow him up at whatever leisurely pace we choose. And we'll all meet up at the end of the day in Great Bend. So far only about 5 miles out of town, but the wind, I think it's just from the left a little bit today. Very light, not bad so far. The air is very full of moisture. Those are kind of the two big changes I'm noticing for today. Feels good. All right, just headed into Rush Center, which is kind of our halfway point for the day. Yeah, Becky's been pulling some extra miles, making it really, really easy for me back here. Having a nice day on account of that. Yeah, what's the deal with hills out here? So Becky and I arrived in North Bend. Right now we're just going to meet Ash. I think he's probably at a pub if I had to guess. I could think of worse places to end up at the end of the day. Becky's wagering $10 he's at a pub. We don't really know where we're going, but this place is actually really beautiful. Super green, nice cute houses. All right, and just like that, we're in yet another hotel room. So Ash and Becky are gonna stay here for a few days because Ash's shifter that needs to be replaced is actually a bit of a hard part to find. So that's gonna have to be shipped in overnighted from somewhere far away. So I'm hanging out here tonight and tomorrow night, I think. Tomorrow I'm just gonna take a rest day. I'm gonna do my laundry and do some video editing and stuff like that. And then I think I'll probably take off the next day. So that means I'll be running ahead of Ash and Becky for a little while, but you know, probably slow up at some point and meet up with them again. But it's been a lot of fun riding with them. Today was a really nice day riding with Becky. We just kind of took it easy and got here when we got here and had a nice time. So yeah, that concludes this episode. I think I'm going to probably spend tomorrow editing it up in the library, but you know, first impressions of Kansas and the Great Plains, it's a very, very different experience than I've ever had riding a bike before. The idea of just going day after day after day on virtual flat, where the only deciding factor is the weather, mostly the direction of the wind, is a really different experience. I'd say that the people here are super cool. Like, everybody here is extremely kind and the hospitality is awesome. The driving is really, really good. The road quality is actually pretty decent as well. But yeah, I'm from Oregon. This is a different type of cycling than I'm used to. And yeah, I've got about 300-ish more miles left in this state. So yeah, just enjoying my tour of the Great Plains before we get up into the Appalachians and Ozarks. So we'll hit mountains soon enough. Yeah, but that concludes this episode. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you again probably when I'm kind of coming out of Kansas is probably when I'll have the next episode up.